Listen, she's thinking about you right now, but she'll never admit it. She won't text first, she won't make it obvious, and if you asked her directly, she'd probably laugh it off or change the subject. But here's what's about to blow your mind. There's one specific behavior that 97% of men completely misinterpret. They think it means she's not interested, when in reality, it's one of the strongest signs she's thinking about you constantly. I'll reveal what that is in just a moment. But first, you need to understand something that will change everything you thought you knew about female psychology. Women don't show that they miss you the same way men do. They hide it, they disguise it, they wrap it in behaviors so subtle and so counterintuitive that most men mistake her missing him for her rejecting him. And here's the dangerous part. If you misread these signs, you'll pull away at the exact moment she's actually starting to get closer. You'll disappear when she's slowly falling for you, and you might lose her while believing she never cared in the first place. Today, I'm going to break down the psychological signals that reveal she misses you badly, even when she's pretending she doesn't, even when she's playing it cool, even when her words say one thing, but her behavior tells a completely different story. And later, I'll show you one move that often forces the truth to reveal itself naturally. But first, we need to answer a difficult question. Why would she hide her feelings in the first place? Picture this. She checks her phone and sees your name. Instantly, she feels that little spark of excitement, that pull to respond. But she doesn't text back right away. She pauses. She overthinks. She slows herself down. This isn't always about playing hard to get. Sometimes it's something deeper. Showing that she misses you can feel vulnerable. It can feel like giving up emotional control. So instead, she protects herself by being more careful with how she responds. And here's where things become interesting. When a woman begins developing real feelings, her behavior can sometimes become confusing. One moment, she seems warm and engaged. Another moment, she appears distant. To many men, that inconsistency looks like a lack of interest. But sometimes it simply reflects internal conflict. Part of her wants to move closer. Another part of her wants to protect herself emotionally. That inner push and pull can show up as mixed signals. And that leads us to the behavior most men misunderstand. She becomes inconsistent. One day she replies quickly and seems excited to talk. The next day her replies are slower or shorter. One moment she's laughing and engaged. Another moment she's quiet. Many men assume this means she doesn't care, but real disinterest usually looks very different. True indifference tends to be steady and predictable. Inconsistency, on the other hand, often means she's thinking about the situation more than she's willing to show. Now let's look at several subtle signs that she may actually be thinking about you more than she admits. The first sign appears online. She watches your stories or views your posts, but rarely likes or comments. She stays quiet, almost invisible, but she's still paying attention. That silent observation can sometimes be her way of staying connected without openly revealing it. The second sign is disguised communication. She sends something small or random, maybe a meme late at night, maybe a simple question about something you mentioned weeks ago. The content itself may seem unimportant, but the real purpose is often simple. It's a reason to start a conversation without openly admitting she wanted to talk. The third sign involves mutual friends. Sometimes she brings your name up casually in conversation. She might ask small questions about what you're doing or how you've been. It allows her to feel connected to your life without the vulnerability of asking you directly. The fourth sign shows up through body language when you're together. She faces you directly during conversation. She mirrors your movements without realizing it. She plays with her hair or small objects while talking. These reactions often happen automatically before someone even realizes it. The fifth sign is memory. She remembers small details about things you once mentioned, a story, a preference, a random comment you made weeks ago. When someone is thinking about you often, those little details tend to stay in their mind. But recognizing the signs is only part of the picture. What truly matters is how you respond. Many men make the same mistake. When they notice these signals, they suddenly push harder. They text more. They try to force clarity too quickly. And sometimes that pressure causes the other person to pull away. A healthier approach is much simpler. Stay calm. Stay balanced. Continue focusing on your own life goals, and direction. Respond naturally without chasing approval or validation. Confidence grows when your happiness isn't dependent on someone else's attention. And here's the deeper truth behind all of this. The moment you become overly focused on whether someone misses you, you lose your center. But when you build a life that feels full and meaningful on its own, something interesting happens. You become far more attractive naturally, because confidence, purpose, and emotional stability are powerful signals. So yes, understanding human behavior can help you read situations better. But the real goal isn't decoding every signal. The real goal is becoming the kind of person whose presence naturally stands out. When that happens, you stop wondering where you stand, and that's when everything starts to change.